Hi everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel where I share information on health, fitness, and optimization. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between true recovery and a false recovery. The difference between how you feel and my thoughts on it and my insights on how I felt with both of these. It's pretty important to know the difference because it's going to really help you in phase 2 and 3 to really move past that extreme ups and downs and the highs and the setbacks. Phase 2 and 3 are the phases that are the most difficult to go through. And this happens a lot in that phase, the false recovery feeling. Okay, so first I'm going to be talking about the false recovery feeling. But before we get into the video, I am not a medical doctor or a trained therapist. These are all based off of my own experience and knowledge of recovering from my health crash, and for your own research and information purposes only. I am not here to trying to treat you or diagnose you of any disease. I highly encourage you to consult your medical professional to get their health advice for your health. All right, with that said, let's move into the video. So let's start with the false recovery. All right, so some of the characteristics. The false recovery, you're pretty much running off of adrenaline, okay? Because when you're in such a crashed and health depleted state and you're still pushing yourself, your body taps into your adrenaline, okay? And believe it or not, even if you have adrenal fatigue and you continue to do more than you can do or you should do, your body's gonna again tap more into that adrenaline energy system to let you do things. So the feeling is almost like a high, it'll just hit you out of nowhere. You'll feel this surge of life that's little bit more magical. It's the best way to describe it than your versus the true recovery energy. So it's I don't know if you guys ever or some of you have, but if you've done a marathon or very extreme sports or workouts, and you've done it and you're pushing yourself and you are just struggling and you just continue to push through that struggle, and they call that the second wind, which is your body in a way freaks out and just taps into almost your life force, your just deep reserves to get you through stressful times. And back in the days, or way back in the history of the planet and stuff, that we do this, animals and I guess caveman and all that do this when you're under fight or flight. If you run into a lion, you have to run away. You're under extreme stress. So this is the energy system that our bodies use under extreme stress. However, in the modern days, we have so many chronic stressors that we're kind of always tapping into that somewhat. And for some of us, we really are tapping into that way more than we're supposed to. You're only supposed to be doing that, once in a blue moon when a tiger attacks you and that you need to run away, not on a daily basis, So a couple things. So that's what partially got us into this whole health crash, but that's a separate video. I've done videos on it if you want to check those out. But on today's video, I'm specifically talking about the difference and how it feels. So how that feels is because you're tapping into that, precious life reserve almost from the adrenaline. It's a rush. It's almost like you got some magic elixir and you feel like you can conquer anything. I mean, it's almost like if you play video games and you are like your character on the video game is about to die, and you have this thing up your sleeve where you throw this potion on yourself, and it's it ups your energy, ups your magic, ups your ability, just suddenly gives you this magic pill almost. Okay, so you if you're playing sports, you will kick butt temporarily. Your senses are like, heightened. You're like Superman for a very short amount of time. And you pay a huge price for it, because once you've used it up, there's the balance that comes around where you're going to have to pay a price for it. And if you've just started to tap into this type of reserves, a couple days of rest, you're back. However, when you get into this type of health crash, it's because you've tapped into this type of reserves day in, day out, months, years. Okay? So as you're recovering from the health crash, you will kind of use that energy, because as you're healing, you're feeling better, and you go out and do more than you should, you're again in a negative. So then you tap into that. However, this energy system confuses you, because it's almost like a drug. Like it's like adrenaline. Like somebody just gave you a shot of adrenaline, and it feels like phenomenal, right? And so you're like, wow, I am recovered. I have, rested enough now, and so that is a very key characteristics of that, which it's like a drug. It's like this high. It's like a very you just feel good. Your thoughts are, like you're just like boom, 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 happy, positive, like productive, and like your productivity goes up, and you feel strong. You feel, powerful. However, it's very short-lived, as I know, and as many of you know who commented about that very common pattern where you go up and down in phase 2 and 3, and that's what you're experiencing. I mean, that's what I experienced. And the other thing that comes with that is that yes, of course, it's the parallel lows, or the equal lows that you will experience very quickly afterwards. Like you will have that surge of energy, you have a day or two, and then you suddenly feel way worse, and then you're back in bed, crashed out. Okay, so definitely something you want to avoid. So it's very important to know how to recognize it. And so when you recognize it and you start to feel that way, all you do is say, okay, well, I do feel good, and I have been resting, but now I'm not going to go out and do more than I should. I'm going to just continue to rest, even though I feel good. And guys, it's so funny when I think about how that is such a hard thing. Like in the society that we live in now, like when you feel good, and then it's like, oh, you're supposed to go and spend that and feel bad. That's just something we're used to now. It's like, oh, you feel good. It's like you almost feel like you're not supposed to feel good and then just enjoy that and rest. It's like you feel good and you're supposed to go out and like overdo yourself or something. Like that seems to be the pattern. At least that's what I've recognized for myself and what I see. So that's definitely a sign to where you need to, like when you feel that high, that adrenaline rush, that like ultra bright, like superhuman energy that suddenly hits you when you have been resting for a little while. Take that and just enjoy it. Stay relaxed. Don't do too much. Continue to heal. Okay, so let me now talk more about the true recovery energy systems and how I felt. So, this one is much more steady, and when this one hits you, you don't feel like you want to go and tell your mom and your cousin and your best friend. Like you don't feel the need to go and tell everybody in the world. Whereas the false one, it's such a high that you do. You're like, wow, hey man, I feel so good today. I can do anything that, like, you'll have the false recovery energy. You most of the time you have the need to like tell somebody. So that's a really good sign too. Like you like want to go tell somebody that you feel so good today. Whereas the true recovery, it's happening so gradually, and so it feels so stable. You don't have the need to go and like just tell somebody or just express that. You just go, okay, I like feel much better these days. I feel steady. I can do more. And it doesn't feel like a high. It just feels like the next logical step. Okay, which doesn't sound as cool as a high, but it's so much cooler because it's here to stay, and it's here to, like you're truly back. So in phase 4, phase 5, that is what you are going to reach, is that steady, gradual, like long-term higher energy. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have that magical feeling, but it has I take that back. It has a different type of magical feeling. I keep using the word magic today. It's like it's almost like a sense of confidence that you don't have to like overdo it. So you feel that gradual, true recovery energy coming back to you. You just know that you're better, and you don't need to like seek any advice or any validation of that. You just know, like, oh yeah, I am definitely doing better. And it adds, it's like this fine wine that just gets better if you continue to take care of yourself. So it's very, very important, guys, to recognize the two and know what to do when they happen. On the false recovery energy, you want to avoid overdoing yourself and continue your recovery. When you finally get to the true recovery energy system, enjoy it as well. And that's when you can start to build, new routines, new fitness routines to kind of add to it and continue to get better and progress back into full recovery. Okay. I hope this is helpful. I think this would have been very helpful for me back in the day when I was struggling with this in my health recovery journey, because that false recovery feeling can really get you. Like, no matter how aware you are, if it's happening to you for the first time or first 50th time, it can really make you think you can do more than you can actually. So really watch out for that. Please give me a like on my video if you're liking my videos, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Help me grow my channel. Share my video with others that you think may benefit. Check out my Facebook group and my website. Feel free to comment and reach out to me, direct email if you like. All information down in the comment section or in the description box, and you can go ahead and post down in the comment section and let me know what you think and if it helped you. All right, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.